Hello, everybody. Hey, dolls. Hey, y'all on the replay. Y'all probably like, who is this loud chick? Especially if you've never seen me before. But I'm glad you're here. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you to those who came in early. Hopefully, you could pop back in. Sorry, y'all. I know I'm late, but I had to get my food. Y'all, this is like my first plate for the day. Like, I've been nibbling here or there, but I've been cooking. I've been taping. I've been going live. I've been doing all of the things. Okay. I've been helping my mom with her shop. She launched her website today. Officially, she launched her shop today. So go to themamamartinskitchen.com. You can also go, I'm putting it in the chat right now. You can also go to her YouTube channel to see our chat replay from today. It is 2 hours long, but if you just want to know what she released, then you can go and look at her announcement video and you'll see all of that and you can get those things on her website. So I hope you guys have yourself a glass. Okay, I got myself some red blend wine. All right. I got myself my Thanksgiving plate. Hold on. Like I said, my first full plate of the day. This isn't my first time eating today, but it's definitely, hey sis, hey Navids. It's definitely my first plate. So y'all, look at that. I can't even show you for real, but we got, what do we got? We got curry goat, okay, curry chana. We got turkey wings, well, jerk turkey. So I took a slice of the breast turkey wing and my mac and cheese, y'all. I taped that today. Hey, FJ, I taped that today. That's another reason why I'm late, because when I say, like, I turned to my mom, I said, listen, we're cooking all this food. I don't make mac and cheese often because I make it rich. I'm talking butter. I'm talking 6 cheeses. I'm talking heavy cream. I'm talking sour cream. I'm talking milk. I'm talking everything that you typically would not want to eat on a regular day. Okay. Because it's Thanksgiving. Who's watching our weight? Like, not today. We're going to get back on it on Saturday, not even tomorrow, because we indulging in leftovers on Black Friday. But holla at me on Saturday. I'll be back on point, So I only make this literally twice a year. I don't even make mac and cheese for Christmas. I make scalloped potatoes, but it's still as decadent. I'm talking cheese, the whole nine, like everything. So I'm on my way. Come on down, because we got a lot. Okay, one of my friends is here, and my photographers. She's my friend and photographer. So she's downstairs watching Disney Plus with my mom and son while I do this. But it's gonna end up being a mukbang, chit chat, story time, just all the things with y'all. Look at that. Just rich. Just so rich. So we threw down. This is even everything we cooked. I'm like, this is all I'm gonna eat tonight, because we have roti and dal puri. We have both rotis downstairs. We got cheese rolls. We got pine tarts. We got so many things. Croissants. Like, I'm not getting into all that today because, like I said, I've been nibbling all day because my mom went live, did Thanksgiving prep on her channel, and we were on there for 2 hours. Towards the end of that, I made the announcement, but I made another video just announcing the items and stuff in her store. And then my sister taped me making the mac and cheese for her channel. Not my sister's channel, my mom's channel. And then I taped my sister making her fish with mushroom sauce. Y'all, if I had room, I would eat that tonight. But that's going to be tomorrow. It is so good. It smells so good. I went downstairs. I was like, oh my gosh, like, maybe should I? But I'm like, let me not push it. Yes, come on. A roti is good now. We need our roti, period. Like, so we didn't make that from scratch for holidays, because we do so much cooking. We try to order things like roti and the pastries and stuff, because that's a whole nother marathon. It takes a lot. So I picked it up yesterday. Cheese rolls too. That's the Guyanese pastry. So roti is like a flatbread. It's really flaky. You make it with flour, water, and baking powder. You could put salt. We don't put salt in ours. But there's like 8 different types of roti. So this one that I'm talking about is called Paratha Roti, and it's the flour, water, and baking powder. You mix it together in a dough, then you roll it out, and you pat it with oil. Then you like spiral it together and roll it out again, and then you fry it on a tawa, which is like a flat iron cast skillet. But if you don't have that, you can do a frying pan. You just gotta be careful with it, and you pat it down while it's baking in the pan, so it gets the bubbles, like these little bubbles in the flour. And when you take it out, you clap it. Traditionally, you clap it, but nowadays people put it in a mug, so because clapping hot roti gives you arthritis over time. But when you shake it and you take it out, it's nice and flaky, and you break it apart and you eat the curry with it. If I wasn't on live, I would have eaten the curry with the roti, but it could get pretty messy. And I'm in my office, so I don't want to get curry in here, because curry stains last forever. Okay. they more solid than some relationships these days. So that curry standing, you gonna be together forever. So I'm like, let me not do that. I'm just gonna do the curry with a little rice and curry chana. But it's so good. Curry and roti is literally one of my favorite meals. I never get tired of it. My daughter's father is Trini, and his mother made the best roti. I wish I would have learned to make it while they still cool with me. Oh no! I'm gonna show you. We're gonna show you how to make it on Mama Martin's Kitchen YouTube channel. Because my mom is gonna make it. I don't know if she's gonna make it in time for the holiday season because we have a lot of recipes to get uploaded. But stay locked in. You're gonna see a video. We're gonna make it for you. We're gonna hook you up. Because that roti be hitting. But we just don't make it for holidays because there's so much stuff. Like we didn't finish cooking. So my mom and sister started prepping cooking yesterday, like last night, technically Tuesday night for the turkey, but last night for the other stuff. We didn't finish cooking today till 6:30. Okay. Granted, like I said, we were taping and doing all that other stuff in between. But it's a process. I don't know if we were making roti and pastries and stuff. Oh yeah, it's so good. It's so good. I'm gonna take a picture and share it on my community tab tomorrow. So y'all can see. I actually might have a picture of my phone already. Yeah, I have a picture. I'll share it in my community tab tonight after this live. But what did y'all eat? Let me know what y'all ate for Thanksgiving. So we had a lot of different stuff. And do you guys make turkey? If you do you make it traditional, like a traditional roasted turkey? Do you fry it? Do you smoke it? Do you jerk it like we do? Do you make a Cajun turkey? How you do it? I know some people that don't make turkey at all. Like they only do seafood boils. They might do ribs. Everything, y'all. I'm telling you. I don't know if you've ever seen that meme. Because I said this on my mom's channel earlier. That meme on Instagram about Thanksgiving, like the difference between a white person's Thanksgiving and a black person's Thanksgiving. No shade to my non-black viewers. We love you. This is all in jest, all in holiday fun. But that meme came out a couple years ago. And it was like a white person's Thanksgiving dinner, roasted turkey, mashed potatoes, green beans, cranberry sauce, and like dinner rolls. That's it. It was like a black person's Thanksgiving dinner, turkey, chicken, ribs, seafood boil, birthday cake, burgers, hot dogs, hot Cheetos, spaghetti and meatballs. It was like everything. Like we just be doing the most for Thanksgiving. Ham, ham. Ooh, you had a good menu. Ham, deep fried turkey, mac and cheese, yams, collard greens, potato salad, stuffing, and it was all so good. I know that's right. That sounds good. That's one thing we never made for Thanksgiving. We never made potato salad, but I'm always here for a good potato salad and a good deviled egg. We just never got around to doing it. Well, you described Thanksgiving. Did you whip out the birthday cake? But I was dying when I saw that meme because, my birthday's Sunday, November 28th. And some years that is Thanksgiving. So we legit do be having birthday cake on the table and other foods. Like we just be mixing it all together. But I was weak. It was literally like a list of 70 items for the black person's Thanksgiving. This is the Super Bowl of food. This is not the time for you to be in the kitchen if you don't know how to cook. This is not the time for you to be experimenting. Okay, stick with the recipe that we know that's tried and true. Don't be trying that new. Nope. We want the recipe that we know and love. This is not the time for you to be throwing some stuff in the microwave. No. We need that homegrown, okay? Homegrown and homemade. I got my sweet potato pie, though, and mac and cheese, period. Okay? We have 3 pies downstairs. We didn't even get sweet potato pie this year because some of us like it, some of us don't. So it's it's kind of iffy, but I didn't make the apple pie this year either. I had 0 time, none, because I was prepping for this product launch. So I just bought the apple pie. I think my mom bought a cherry pie, if I'm not mistaken. And we have a pumpkin pie. I just started liking pumpkin pie, y'all. I literally just started getting into it, maybe in the last, I'd say 5-6 years. Because I hated the taste of pumpkin, anything, when I was young. I did not like it. And then as I got older, I'm like, But you know what I do like? My mom makes a really good pumpkin cake. She was supposed to make it today. Not today. She was supposed to make it Tuesday, and I was supposed to tape it to put up on our channel. We didn't even get around to it. We have the ingredients and all that. We were supposed to make a cheesecake. We were going to do the most, per usual. And the thing is, my birthday's Sunday. We're going out. So it's That's what kept us kind of humble. Like, you know, we're doing the most and we're definitely going out on Sunday. So let's not do that. mm, you're like my mom. You love cranberry sauce. I can do without it. Like, I just can't get jiggy with it. Now, the only the only time I seem to like cranberries is if it's like cranberry juice, or sometimes I've had this like cranberry glaze on a cheesecake, like with the cranberries in it. That was pretty good. But other than that, it's like it's so hit or miss. But my mom, she buys her some cranberry sauce and she eats it by herself. She's like, I need my cranberry sauce. And I think my sister might eat some, but my sister's more of an adventurous eater than I am. I'm a one-trick pony for the most part. When I find something I like or like a combination of flavors I like, I don't venture out too much. I really don't. Oh yeah, sweet potato pie for sure. So we've been eating good. I'm like, I'm gonna get back in my workouts next month. I'm trying to start early because if I wait till January, I feel like I'm gonna fall off. And I'm like, you know what? Summer bodies are made in the winter. I need to get it together. So, you know, that in between Thanksgiving and Christmas, I'm gonna go hard. And then I'm gonna indulge Christmas. And then I got a few days before New Year's, because New Year's for us, you know, traditionally Black people tend to make black eyed peas and stuff like that. But we make black eyed cook up rice. I think my mom's supposed to make a video with that for her channel before New Year. So y'all might see it. Don't quote me though, because I gotta look at her schedule. Because we sat down and wrote it all down a couple weeks ago. So we don't get lost. But we make black eyed cook up rice, which is almost like cook up rice is probably the best I can think about. Is like kind of in between like a arroz con pollo and like a paella type thing. Less the paella, a little bit more arroz con pollo. Because it's like a meat, well, it's not chicken. Some people put chicken, but it's mostly like turkey neck, beef, you know, in this case, black eyed peas, rice, all that. And then you make it in coconut milk. And it's so good. It's like a one pot dish. So you can throw everything in there and it's really good. That's a Guyanese dish. It's sweet with bourbon in it. Okay. I'm gonna have to tell my mom about that one. I might try that. I might just try it. It might get me to liking cranberry sauce a little bit more. I've never had it, but I always wanted to try cranberry sauce. Really? Yeah, like I had it when I was younger. My mom used to make me eat it, so she didn't have to eat it by herself. And I'm like, I don't want it, you know. Maybe that's why. Could have scarred me. But Thanksgiving is it. I love this time of year. Everything from November 2nd, which is my son's birthday, to New Year's Eve, I'm like, this is my time. Oh wow, you go there. There you go. You know, I was thinking about needing to go do a Daniel fast before January, like start tomorrow. Have y'all been feeling that? I don't know. It's like something. Yeah, I definitely have been feeling that because I did the fast in October and that was cool. Like it definitely was groundbreaking and stuff. But I'm like, yeah, I definitely feel the need to like fast or like cleanse and purge before the new year. Like I don't want to wait till January. I need this to happen in December. So that's definitely what I'm about to be doing. But y'all, I'm not as young as I used to be either. Like I'm feeling it. How I used to just be able to go hard in the paint when it comes to food. Like I could mix my foods up, eat all types of food in one day or week and be fine. Like I gotta be careful how I eat food. That's why I didn't even stuff my plate tonight. Cause it's like, even though this is my first plate, you know, I've been nibbling on stuff all day, but I already know if I overdo it, like I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and be sick. Like when you get older, your body be changing for real. Like you can't do it as hard as you used to when you were younger, you know? But I'm just like, yeah, we're gonna pick like a few things to stick with that. Plus I'm drinking wine, and wine, depending on the type, be purging. Hey Ruthie. Happy Thanksgiving. And thank you for the early birthday wishes. My birthday's on Sunday. I will be live on my birthday too. I'm gonna do a get ready with me. I know y'all have not seen one of those in a very long time. Probably when's the last get ready with me I did? I think I took them all off my channel, like unlisted them. I think I want to say it was January 2020, y'all. It's been a while, almost 2 years. Like I just was not in the mood to do makeup after everything that happened in the world, you know? Like who has the time? So where am I going type thing. But y'all have been asking me for it for a long time. And even when I did the poll on my community tab, that was like one of the most requested things to like bring back or start doing on my channel. So I'm like, okay. I'm not saying I'm gonna be the next Jackie Anna now. Y'all not get makeup videos on the regular, but you will get them once in the blue moon. Thanks, FJ. I could go for some wine. Girl, go get you a glass. Go get you a glass. Like, if y'all don't have something to sip on tonight, and it don't have to be alcoholic. Don't get it twisted. You can get some grape juice, some apple cider, whatever. But I rarely drink. Like, once in a blue moon, I'll have a glass of wine, only because, like, drinking, even if it's just one glass, gets me tired. And because my schedule is so hectic and I'm always on the go, I don't want to be, like, droggy and, like, dragging and stuff. So I won't even have a glass. Like, I'll just stay away from it. But tonight we turning up because we spilling the tea or the wine, I should say. And I'll give it like 2-3 more minutes and I'll get into the story time. I just want to catch up with y'all because there's no rush tonight. Like, we chilling. I don't know if y'all do. Y'all have to work tomorrow? Unfortunately, I do have to do some runs tomorrow, some Uber runs, but I'm gonna do it at night. I'm not gonna like go hard in the paint. I'm gonna lay low this weekend. But I don't feel like it. I know they have a bunch of incentives this weekend. So you'll be surprised how many people eat out after Thanksgiving. I remember even when I was still working in the government, I used to work with this girl and she said that. She was like, after Thanksgiving, like the day after, I just be wanting takeout. Like I'd be so tired of the fresh food and the rich dishes and all that. I'm like, really? After all that throwing down on Thanksgiving, you want fast food? She was like, yeah, just something about it. And she's not the first person I heard say that. I think it's because we're so used to like eating on the go, you know, that it's like Thanksgiving is almost like a culture shock. It's like overwhelmed. Like this is a lot of good fresh food. Where are the burgers at? You know, where's the Chipotle? You know, like it's just too much. So I wouldn't be shocked if the road is busy tomorrow. Heck no, I'm taking my vacation. Period. Okay, I used to put in early for Black Friday when I was working. They hated me. I was the least tenured person on the team putting in the most vacation time. I'm like, I got to go. Sorry. Y'all not about to be seeing me on Black Friday. Don't look for me at all. Same, I fall asleep before my glass of wine is done. I know, right? Mom life is real. Like, I was like, ooh, I'm gonna light a candle tonight after the live, maybe have one more glass of wine and chill. Y'all, I'm gonna wake up tomorrow with that glass on the nightstand and be like, dang, like I didn't even finish this. And I'm not one of those people that could just drink something like if it's been sitting out all night. I've had exes like that. I have friends like that. Like, I don't know, maybe you guys can do it, but for me, I'm like, I don't know what got in here. Like, it's just been in the elements, you know? So I don't even drink it or eat it. I'm like, nope, this is going down the same. But that's me. One of my exes was like, don't be wasting no good wine. I'm like, it's not even that much, first of all. And it's not that expensive. And it's just been out all night. Like, I don't know. It's just weird to me. Hey, Desiree, you've been a soldier. You've been in all our lives today. The real MVP. Something's going on with my notifications. I didn't know you were on. YouTube be hating. I be hating on the chick. I think I heard another YouTuber say something about like, you got to go in your settings and make sure the bell is on or something. I don't know. They said something like that. Like people hit the bell and they think it's on, but it's not really on. Like you got to check on your cell phone or something. Child, it's just too much. It is way too much. I took a vacation too, period. 4-day weekend. I'll holler at y'all on Monday. Don't email me. Don't text me. Don't do none of that. Because I used to hate that. You be off and the people at the office are texting you or emailing you like, oh, where'd you put that file? Where'd you... Listen. It could wait till Monday or whatever day I come out. Like, just stop. Y'all acting like the world is falling apart because you're not here. Seems too much for me. I'm saying, FJ, I can't drink if it's been out. Right, that's how I think dust has probably been in it. Like, how are you just gonna wake up and take a sip of your remaining drink? Like, make it make sense. Make it make sense. I'm sorry, like I just can't. I can't do it. It's not for me. Well, all I know is Daniel Diet needs to help me get breakthroughs. Because for real, New Year's needs to be already. Listen. This dating scene, y'all. I mentioned, I think it was a couple lives ago that I replenished my roster because I was flatlining there for a second. Like all of them just started acting up at the same time, and I was like, "What is going on?" Like usually it's kind of like a domino effect, so you have time to kind of replenish the one that messed up before the next one falls off or whatever. But now, like, I think they were tired. They were like, we done, you know? But we back in business, baby. But what we're hoping for is this time next year, I could retire out the game. You feel me? Like, I'm tired. Okay. And dating has been a handful. And the older you get, the harder it gets. Right, the workaholic. Doing too much. Like, you in the office or at the job on a Black Friday and you really working. Like, it's too much for me. It is too much for me. So I don't miss that life. Tomorrow, like I said, I'm gonna hop out probably around 4:30, 5 o'clock, do a couple dinner runs, and then I'm gone. Well, I do have to go to the hair store. Gotta get my products, makeup and stuff for my birthday. But after that, I'm gone. Y'all, I ain't even got the time. I ain't even got the time. So that's my plan for tomorrow. But needless to say, let's get into this story time, y'all. So I was really debating on which story to tell y'all because I have so many. When I tell you I have a list of literally like almost 25 stories, I'm just like, I don't know which one to tell because some of them are shorter, some of them are longer, and some are a little fresh. So I'm not ready to tell it yet because I feel like the person that's about might still be lurking on my YouTube or whatever. Like I kind of want to tell it when I feel like they're not thinking about me so I could talk freely. You know, not that I really care, but it's like, it's weird. Like people be watching my YouTube, but not really trying to say they watch my YouTube. It's like, you're watching my channel, sir. Just be honest about it. It's okay. Honestly, you'll be smart if you're a guy on my roster to watch my channel because I be spilling all the tea because it's like the ladies den, like y'all my sisters, so I just be spilling. And then, you know, my bros that watch or whatever, but it's different. Girl, I need me a man too, but I have no energy nor the attention span to go through the dating phase. I hate it. I'm like, can we get past all the pleasantries? I want to get to the point where like, you know, it's almost like you're getting on my nerves, but I know I wouldn't trade you for the world. Like I told one of the dudes I'm talking to that the other day, I was like, I like when the relationship gets past the good morning, beautiful. What did you eat for lunch? Gorgeous. Did you make it in okay? Not saying that I don't want my man to still say those things and compliment me, but it's like in the beginning, I know you're putting your best foot forward. Like I know you don't talk like this on the regular. Like, you know, like I like when we get to the point where it's just like, you know, can you run out to the store and get some milk? And he's like, man, you always ask me to go to the store. It's like, boy, go to the store. Like, you know, that phase. It's like, because you know you locked in at that point. Like, we're good. Like, you're gonna fuss. You're going to complain, but at the end of the day, you're going to get in the car, go to the store, get the milk, come back, and we'll be good. Like, you know, that's the point that I like when we're at that point, you know? Or like, you know, when you first get in a relationship and you want to cuddle all night and you're sleeping in each other's arms and stuff. I'm like, I like the point where it's like, good night, I roll over and I cover up. Like, I'm gone. Because you can't tell me you going to sleep with my head on your arm is comfortable. Your arm is going numb. You're losing blood circulation. My neck is getting a crook in it because your arm got my neck like this. Like, it's not comfortable. I know we're trying to be cute and romantic, but realistically, I need a couple pillows and a blanket and I'm good. Like, we can play footsies, but I'm not trying to be up under you. And it's hot. Like, it's too hot for all that. Dating is the ghetto, sis. The absolute ghetto. Do not recommend at all. Right, that part. Okay, like seriously. All I need to know is your credit score. Okay, dating over 30, be like, what's your credit score? Okay, do you have any women in your life? All right, we on to something. Like, you be so straight to the point. I don't have time to be out here shucking and jiving with y'all. Okay, time is of the essence. This life is but a vapor. I got to make the most of every moment, every minute, every day. But this story time is about dating. Because I was baffled between whether I should tell you guys a story time about the catfish that I had a couple catfish stories, y'all, but this is back. This isn't recent. This is before video chat and all that. I was debating if I should tell y'all my first catfish story, if I should tell y'all the story about me leaving my ex in the parking lot outside the pawn shop. You guys let me know. Let's vote. Which one you want to hear? The ex in the pawn shop parking lot or my first official catfish story? Let me know. Because I'm cool with either one. Because I was like, both of them are kind of crazy. I'm not even going to lie. I have some crazy experiences in my life. Like, I should have had a reality TV show. Because some of the stuff you can't make up. Like, you legit can't make up. The catfish story. Are we all on board for the catfish? I'm saying FJ. Are we all on board for the catfish story? Let me know. I'll give it a couple more seconds. Because you kind of heard the other one, Desiree, too. I think I told it on a live, like real, just kind of spur in the moment. I didn't give all the details. Not both. Don't be greedy. Catfish story. I can't tell y'all both tonight, because then what are we going to do later? No, we doing one. Oh, trust me, I'm bringing up. I'm bringing back up my Storytime series. So you're going to get all of them. Period. And Lord knows what else is going to happen between now and when I tell some of them. So, all right. It seems like everyone's on point for the catfish story. Spill that tea, period. I hope y'all got y'all wine glasses or sodas or whatever. I hope y'all got it. Okay, I think I probably did. Yeah, I said it like real fly by at night. It wasn't like I didn't go into detail. I was saying something else. And I was like, yeah, that reminds me of this, that. It was real quick, like a real speedy version of the story on that live. Finish the leftovers. Yes. Okay. So I'm almost done with my plate too. So it's perfect timing. Okay. So we're going to tell the catfish story. So this happened. Dang. This happened a while ago, y'all. Like to tell you how long ago this happened. This is when Black Planet was popping, like in its prime. You know that's a throwback. Okay. Yes, Desiree. Put your wine glasses up. Ching. But this isn't the prime time of Black Planet. And on a side note, before I get into the depths of the story, what was up with our like ethnically based dating sites and like racially based dating sites back in the day? Because we had Black Planet, we had Mi Gente, we had Asian Avenue. Like, what was up with that? It was just, I remember me and my best friend at the time, we went on Mi Gente just to test it out. And we went on, did we ever try Asian Avenue? I don't think I did. I think I kind of tried to, but I chickened out at the last minute. But it was just weird. Each site had its own kind of vibe. It was so weird. But I want to say I was like 17 or 18. So I had to be, dang, I'm getting so old I can't remember when I was 17. I'm like, it's such a blur. Like, when was I 17, This had to be like 2005. Yeah. It had to be like 2005, 2006 or something like that. But needless to say, I met this guy on Black Planet. I can't remember dude's name, but we just going to call him Chris. Hopefully that's not his real name. But we're going to call him Chris. So I met Chris on Black Planet. And you know how it was and how it is still on dating sites. Every dude sends you the same message. Good morning, beautiful. How are you doing? This, that, the third. And so when I saw him, and mind you, we know how cell phones were back then. Like the pictures were super grainy, no video chat. Like you really just depending on a hope and a prayer that this picture is accurate and that they're going to be better looking in person or just as good looking. And so his pictures on the site were kind of grainy and stuff. But I was like, okay, he doesn't look bad. He was in the city. So at this point, I was living in Maryland still. And every state in the DMV has like a different vibe. Like the dudes have a different vibe. A Maryland guy is totally different from a DC guy. DC guy is totally different from a Virginia guy, And so him being in the city and in the hood parts, I was like, okay, he'll probably be pressed about me, whatever. So we're going to go with it. Was I like head over heels over him? No. Because he wasn't like, oh my gosh, but it was just like, I don't really need that in a man. Because to be honest, in my experience, the more they're like super, super sexy, the more headache it is. In one way or the other. So, sorry, y'all. So I was like, okay, we're going to swipe on him. So Chris and I match. We start talking. Everything's great. But I wondered why in his pictures he never smiled. Like he always had a mean mug, not even like a little, grimace or, just something. Like he just always had the same look. But of course, me being young and inexperienced, I didn't think anything of it. So I was like, okay, whatever. Like he's just mean mugging. So we're talking. I'm falling in love with this dude because he's checking all the boxes. Loves God, loves his family, got enough street cred that you're good in the streets, but has ambition, goals, and aspirations. And so I'm just like, okay, athlete. And he wasn't like your typical athlete like basketball or football. I think he played rugby, to be honest. So it was like a different athletic. It was like, ooh, rugby. Okay. Yes. And so everything's cool. But then I get to a point where I'm like, hey, do you want to meet up? Because DC has really good public transportation. Like, well, let me not say really good. That was really an exaggeration. I was capping just now. Because it ain't really good. It's not New York status where you can go anywhere on the public transportation, but you can get around, And this is before Lyft and all that. So, I'm like, we can meet like downtown. You're in the city already. I can take the train to like Gallery Place or something. We can meet up, hang out, because I'm not going to your house. Because let's see, if I was 17 or 18, I think he was like 19 or 20. He wasn't that much older than me. But he didn't live on his own, I don't think. And I don't think he had roommates, or maybe he had roommates. Either he lived with family or he had roommates. So I'm like, I'm not going to your house regardless. And you're definitely not coming to mine. Okay, period. Because my parents would be like, who are you? Like, And he kept dodging it. And if it's one thing I know about a man, it's like, they going to have the audacity and they going to want you to come over. Those are two things I know about men. If it's anything they're going to have is the audacity and the desire for you to come over. Or to see you, if nothing else. In public or whatever. And so I'm like, why does it keep dodging it? But again, being young and inexperienced, I'm like, oh, maybe he's busy and stuff. How busy can you be, sir? You weren't in college. You were working. You were playing your little rugby neighborhood league or whatever, community league. Like, you have time. You're not that booked and busy, But of course, taking them for their word, like, okay, yeah, you're busy. I get it. Trying to be understanding stuff. If that were me today, I'd be like, no, like, we're video chatting. I said that to one of the guys I'm talking to. He don't even like video chat, but he obliged though. Because I was like, we are video chatting before I put gas in my car at $3.20 a gallon and drive anywhere to see you to be disappointed. I'm sorry, like, I got to video chat you, period. And so had that been today, that would have been that conversation. Needless to say, I think we were talking for about, how long were we talking? It was a while, but it wasn't super long. I would say we were probably talking about 6 months, like 6-7 months. I know it wasn't a year, but it was long enough to the point where you're like, I'm literally like in love with this person. Like, I'm fantasizing about them. I'm picturing our future together, especially at that age. You're young, you're impressionable. How busy can you be? Like, you're 18, 19 playing rugby and working a retail job. You're not that busy. Like, you can see me. Come on now. And so about, I'll say 6 months go by, and I'm just like, look, at this point, like, I'm thinking you're not liking me because we've been talking on the phone, and we were talking consistently. I'm talking like every day. We're talking for hours on the phone at night, like at the end of the day and throughout the day. We're texting here and there and stuff like that. Like, we were really prioritizing each other because, y'all, I've been having a roster. I've been doing this, baby. Okay. So if out of all the other men that I was getting to know, that's like, he was the one that I was paying the most attention to. So I'm like, at this point, you're making me feel like I'm done because I'm giving you all this time, all this space, and all this energy of me, but you're not reciprocating to see me. Like, we're not even that far from each other. And at this point, I'm starting to think something's up. And so he was like, okay, yeah, like, we can meet up. And so I don't remember if my parents were going out of town. I feel like they were going out of town. Yeah, they were out of town. They were out of town, I think, in Belize and Jamaica visiting my aunts for something. They had to go for something. But either way, they were out of town for almost 2 weeks. And so me and my sister were like, oh, we about to be lit. Like, we about to do this, we about to do that, because I have an older brother. He's almost 15 years older than me. But he was like the cool third parent. So like things that my parents might have been like, oh no, you're not going out to meet no boy. My brother would be like, now granted, I didn't tell my brother I was going to meet a boy, but I'd be like, oh, can I go to Union Station, for instance, and hang with friends? They'd be like, yeah, like, go ahead, just, be outside at this time, whatever, versus my parents might be like, which friends? And if you know anything about Caribbean parents, they ask you 1,000,001 questions. Which friends? Who is this? Who is their mother? Who's their father? Where do you know them? Like, mom, dang, like, I'm just trying to go to the movies. Like, you running a whole background check just for me to go to the movies, So I was like, I'm going to take advantage of these 2 weeks. Okay. I'm going to dip and do it. So me and my sister were like, okay, we're going to tell our brother that we are going to go see a movie or something. And it wasn't a complete lie. Pirates of the Caribbean had come out. And so we were like, yeah, we want to go see Pirates of the Caribbean. I can't remember which one it was that came out, but I know it came out because we went to see it. And we went to Union Station at the time. Union Station used to have a movie theater. Union Station is this big train station in DC. It's where you catch like now the Bolt Bus, the Mega Bus, the Amtrak. They have restaurants. At the time, they had a bowling alley and a movie theater. And they had like a bunch of other stuff. They've been closed down the movie theater. They've been closed down the bowling alley. They still have the food court. They've added some sit-down restaurants. Like they changed it up, but it's still like almost an entertainment spot of sorts. It's not nearly as lit as it used to be in the early 2000s. And a transportation station, you know? And so I was like, yeah, we're going to go to Union Station, watch Pirates of the Caribbean, whatever. So my brother was like, okay, cool. Like, I'll drop you. So he drops me and my sister because I was like, I don't want to meet this guy alone because safety first. I don't know him. We met online. And like I said, this is not the days of video chat where you can just be like, oh, I video chatted him. And even then, I mean, now I'm older. Like, trust me, I know how to defend myself. Your girl stays ready. But, you know, even if I have the opportunity to bring somebody with me now, I still would, just because you never know. And I prefer to meet someone in the daytime rather than nighttime at their house or whatever, you know, common sense. But common sense ain't so common these days. So my brother drops off my sister and I, and he's like, all right, be out here at this and this time, because he had a lot of friends in the city and he used to do a lot of business in the city and stuff, like with promotions and marketing and stuff like that. So we're like, okay, cool. So we go to the movie theater, and as we're walking in to get the tickets, I tell my sister, I'm like, listen, this is the rundown. If Chris gets here and he's looking busted, he's looking dusty, musty, crusty, you know, he's not cute, I'm not attracted to him, you know, whatever. If there's any like red flags, just know that depending on if we're already in the movie or not, we're either leaving, I'll come up with an excuse, or if we're in the movie, just know I'm not sitting next to him, because I'm not sitting next to someone who's musty, dusty, and crusty that I'm not attracted to, period. So, you know, I was like, that's the game plan. So she was like, okay, cool. So we get the tickets, we're chilling, we go in to sit in the movie theater to watch the movie. And so I'm texting Chris and I'm just like, hey, where you at? Like, we're here. We already bought our tickets. This, at the third. She was like, okay, I'm coming soon. I'm on the train. So I was like, okay, cool. So we're waiting. Finally, I was like, just text me when you're like here, like pulling up or at the stop before, so I have time to leave the movie theater and walk downstairs to the station, because Union Station is a pretty big place. So he was like, okay. So he texted me when he was like one or two stations before. So I was like, okay. I told my sister, I was like, I'm going to go get Chris and remember the game plan, right? Hey, DreamWorks Creative. Hey, sis. How are you doing? I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. And so I tell my sister, listen, I have zero time for musty, dusty, and crusty. Because when I step out, it's all the way together. Like, I look regular and basic now because I'm in the house. It's Thanksgiving. But when I go out, hair fried, dye laid to the side, makeup on point, outfit on fleek. Everything is just like boom, 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 check, check, check. You know, we got it together. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. So I go and get him. I'm all anxious. My heart is racing. I'm like, oh my gosh, the time is finally here. You know, we built up to 6 months of this moment, or whatever the case may be. And so when I can't even get this out without remembering how I felt in the moment. But needless to say, he texted me. He's like, okay, so I made it to Union Station. I'm getting off the train right now. I was like, okay, cool. I'm so excited. I can't wait to see you. He was like, yeah, I know, right? I'm so excited. It's been a while. Like, this has been a long time coming. So it was like, I'm in a, what was he wearing? He was wearing like a baby blue throwback jersey, some acid wash jeans. Yes, musty, dusty, or crusty, or a bad combination of the three. I don't even have the time for it. Hey sis, I did. I'm over here drowsy. Oh no, that itis is kicking in. This is my first plate for the day, believe it or not. I have been nibbling throughout the day, but it's my first full plate, so it'll be my last. I'm gonna get some apple pie after this, some ice cream, and maybe another glass of wine, and that's it. But yeah, so he's like, I'm wearing a throwback jersey. He told me the name on it and the color. He was like, I'm wearing a baby blue fitted or something. So he was wearing a baby blue throwback jersey, a baby blue fitted, like a white tee under the throwback, some light blue acid wash jeans, and like some white forces or something. This tells you throwback, right? Like, this is so long ago. This is over like 15 years ago. 17 years ago, just about 17, 16, 17 years ago. And so I'm like, okay, bet. So the crowd's coming out the train and all that kind of stuff. I see the crowds. I see the crowds. I'm looking. My heart is racing. I'm like, where is he at? Finally, when the crowd calms down, here comes this baby blue throwback jersey walking towards me. And so off in the distance, I'm like, okay, all right. Now I forgot to mention he was ripped because he was an athlete. I don't know about now because I haven't talked to him since then. But he had a really good body, like for his age. He was really ripped and just in shape and stuff. So that's what attracted me, even though his face wasn't like, ooh, yeah. I was just kind of like, okay, like, I don't need someone who's just crushing it all across the board. Like, I just need to find something about you that I'm attracted to. And so off in the distance, I'm like, oh yes, muscles, everything. Like it's on point. It's giving. As he's getting closer and closer, I'm getting less and less attracted because I'm noticing that he's just not like, first of all, he didn't look like no 18, 19-year-old. He looked like he had been through some things, like life had gotten the best of him. And I was just like, are you sure you're 18, 19? Or did you mean to put a 2, maybe a 3 in front of that 8 or 9? Because you looking like a hard 18 or 19. I get it. People have different experiences in life. Some people would venture to say that I grew up spoiled and in a lap of luxury. But I've been in the valley, I've been on the mountaintop, I've been on both sides of the coin, so I understand life on both sides. But I ain't never looked like what I've been through. Praise God for that. But this man looked like he looked like every bit of what he'd been through. And so I'm just like, what in the world? Yes, apple pie and ice cream, apple pie limo, that's my favorite. I'm weak. I'm telling you, sis. And so I'm just like, oh nah, this is the hard 18, 19. He's looking like every bit of life that he's been through. And so I'm getting less and less attracted. The turning moment for me was when he opened his mouth to say hello. Y'all, this man had no teeth. None, nary a tooth in sight. And that's how I'm like, are you sure you're 18 or 19? Because I ain't never met someone a year or two older than me that had 0 teeth. 0? Like, are you kidding me? Not even your front ones, not your canine teeth, nothing. Like, what in the world? What kind of rugby are you playing, sir? Like, this ain't making no sense. I have questions, I need answers. So I'm instantly turned off at this point. I'm like, oh no, you're gunning it. So he's going in, trying to give me a kiss. I'm like, oh, like doing the quick head move to the side, like, nah, like, oh, laughing it off. So remember, I already gave my sister the disclaimer. Desiree, your comments got me weak. I'm done. That was my face too, sis. I'm like, what? Completely shocked. WTF, Desiree. Exactly. I'm like, how do you have 0 teeth at 18, 19? Like, what is your life consisting of? Please, like, explain it to me. So remember, I already gave my sister the rundown, right? Like, if I come back here and I push you down or whatever, like, he ain't cute. Like, we ain't sitting next to each other, whatever. And so so he's wanted to hold hands. He's wanted to have his arm around me at this point. And now I'm like, oh, like I'm dodging left and right like I'm in the Matrix. I'm like, nah. That's when you said you're in tears. I wanted to cry in this moment too. That is a public place. Like, that's a downside about meeting someone in public, because now it's like you're guilty by association, because people looking at you like, wow, like, then you must be really desperate, or things must really be down bad, because this makes no sense. Or they give you that look like he must got money. Like, he must got money look, like, yeah, he must got money, because there ain't no way. Like, and so we're walking to the movie theater. He's trying to be all booed up and whatnot. And I'm just like, oop, oop, shimmying, left, right, ducking, dodging, almost like the Lil Kim dance on him. Y'all, I'm weak. And so we get into the movie theater, and my sister sees us coming. So she goes to get up, trying to be a courteous, considerate older sister. And I pushed her back down so fast. He thought he was about to be sitting next to me and having his arm around me and stuff. And y'all know, in our young days, the movie theater, a lot of stuff went down in the movie theater. Okay, like, listen. And so I'm like, I don't know if you thought it was about to be one of those type of parties, but that's not it. So my sister was like, oh, okay, they're coming. She goes to stand up like this And before she could even get her arm completely straight, I was like, boom, like push her back down. And for those that don't know, my sister is much shorter than me. I'm 5'11". At this point, I was probably like 5'9". Like I grew an extra inch or two up to like 21. So I was probably like 5'9", but my sister was already fully grown, like grown. So she's 5'4". And so imagine like a little short person going to stand up, like the little amusement park games where you gotta hit the head of the things for them to like drop down. That's what it looked like. Like she went to stand up and I was just like, boom, like get back down because we are not sitting next to each other. And she kind of looked at me. She was like, well, because she couldn't see anything wrong. Like, because again, with his mouth closed, he wasn't bad. Like, he wasn't completely ugly. He wasn't like a heartthrob, but it was like, okay, like, and he had a nice body. That was a saving grace. So she's looking and she's like, I don't see anything. And I'm like, listen, I'm giving her the look like I'm gonna tell you later. I'm gonna tell you over lunch, after the movie. And so we're sitting down. He's looking completely like shocked, rejected, embarrassed, confused, hoodwinked. Okay, he had no idea what was going on because I was gassing him up leading up to this date. I was like, yeah, we're gonna sit next to each other. We're gonna cuddle. We're gonna do this and that and that. The time comes, it's like, gotcha, just like, you're not sitting next to me. That's what's not about to happen. So we watched the movie. I'm completely distraught and pissed off that I wasted 6 months of my life that I can never get back. That's right. I'm weak right now. And so after the movie, he was like, y'all want to get something to eat? And so I was like, okay, we can get something to eat. And so I think I only agreed to because he might have offered to pay. I can't remember. I honestly cannot remember. I think he might have paid for us, to be honest. And so I think that's why I agreed because I'm like, shoot, you treating, I'm eating. No teeth or teeth. I don't care. If I don't have to come out of pocket, I'm there. And so we ended up buying some burgers from Flamers, which used to be my favorite burgers between DC and Philly. And we're sitting down eating the whole time. He's wanting to wrap me up. He's cracking jokes. He's flirting. And I'm completely cold. All he wanted for Christmas is his 2 front teeth. I'm done. For real. Like, I'm like, sir, make it make sense. And so, we're talking. Y'all got me weak in the comments. So we're talking. He's cracking jokes. He's like just having the best time of his life. And at this point, I'm completely icebox. I'm giving Omarion, like I'm good. I gotta go, reclaiming my time. That kind of thing. And so he was like, oh, you know what? I gotta go. Because I think he had like rugby practice or something. I don't even know what it was, but I was just glad that there was a ram in the bush. Because I'm like, I can't do this. And at that time, I wasn't as blunt. Like now, I probably would have been a little bit more blunt and been like, I feel a little deceived. I feel a little hoodwinked. And I would have told him about himself with class and tact, but I definitely would have read him for filth in a classy way. But back then, I was still developing and honing my skills of the read. So I didn't really say anything. And so he's like, yeah, I think I got to, he had to go, let's just say rugby practice. So he's like, yeah, I got to go to rugby practice. So I hate to cut this short, but I got to go. And I'm like, oh, no, it's fine. Like, when you've been waiting for someone to say like they got to go, you try to act like you're really sad, but you're really excited. Like you're almost bursting at the seams. That's how I was. I was like, oh man, but it's all good. Like I understand, matter of fact, let's go now. Like there's a train coming in like 5 minutes. You don't want to have to wait. You know how the metro is in DC. Like, come on, let's go to the train. So I'm like rushing them out. And so he goes to give my sister a hug. She gives him a hug or whatever. But it was like them church hugs, like this type of thing. And then he goes to give me a front hug, like a bear hug, and try to go in for a kiss. Back to the little Kim dance, I'm giving him the little Kim dance. So he's like, all right, I'm going to text you tonight. So now he's excited because he's like, oh, yeah, like this is even better than I thought, And I'm completely done. I'm like, nah. So let's go now. Okay. Like we are not wasting any time. You got to go. You don't want to be late. Rugby or boxing. You know what? He could have been doing boxing on the side too, because I'm just like, what in the world? Like your teeth is gone, sir. Them things is gone. And so he goes on the train. He's like, I'm going to text you, call you tonight, whatever. Listen, sis, his number was blocked. His number was blocked before rugby practice. Because I'm like, nah. Now, should I have told him? Sure, I should have. But don't jump down my throat. Yes, I ghosted him, whatever. Like, I don't do that kind of stuff anymore. So cut me some slack. But he was blocked, blockety blocked with the quickness. I'm like, oh, no, I don't want you to text me or call tonight. Because at this point, I could already see you're like falling for me even more. And I got to go. I'm sorry. Like, it's just not going to work. So And when he left to go on the train, I remember me and my sister waved goodbye to him, and we turned around, and simultaneously as we turned around, we turned to each other and we said, "Did you see that man's teeth?" Like literally word for word, look at each other dead in the eye, like, "Did you see that man's teeth?" you know, or lack thereof. And my sister was like, "What was up with that?" She was like, "Didn't you say he's like 18, 19?" Because my sister's 4 years older than me. So at this point, let's say I was 17, so she's already like 21, you know? And she's just like, "What in the world? Like, he's younger than me. He ain't got no teeth. What's going on?" And I was like, "I know, right? That's crazy. Like, he's already gumming it." She was like, "Nah, I can't." Like, she's like, it's gonna be a no for me, you know. Basically, I'm paraphrasing, obviously, but I was like, yeah, that was a major turn off. I was like, I'm just really pissed that I wasted 6 months. I was like, but this would explain why he never wanted to meet up with me, even when I was in his neighborhood, even when we both were completely free for the weekend. And it's like, yeah, like, let's meet up, let's do this. He would always either flake at the last minute and be like, "Oh, I got work," or "I got practice," whatever the case may be. And I know he didn't have no hoes, y'all. I know he didn't have no hoes, because you can just tell when a man got a roster and when a man is like readily available. And trust me, he was readily available. Mm-mm. I was not worried about competition, but I'm like, he didn't want me to see his teeth, because I guarantee that's happened before me. Like, women, he probably tried to walk out a woman as long as he could in conversation, try to charm him with the personality and all that, and think maybe if I could get her to fall deep enough, she'll look past the gums. But I'm like, come on now. Now I could get past some plaque. I could get past, some crooked teeth. I could get past some stained teeth. Like, we could work on that. I could get past maybe a missing tooth or two, maybe three, but a whole mouth of gums, sir. We are not even 21 yet. Like, give me a chance to get there. We got our senior citizen years, our golden years to get to the gumming stage. I don't want to start life off like that. And then I had a problem with it, because it's like, how are you so comfortable not seeking after your dental hygiene when you have the resources? Like, unless you're lying about the resources. So then that makes me question your whole existence. Like, what else could you be lying about? It was just a lot that kind of had me like, I don't get it. Because for me, even if that meant I had to get a plate, like those the dentures, we call it a plate in the Caribbean. Even if that meant I had to get that, I would have gotten it. At least to like get past the first date, and then maybe be like, excuse me, if you get to a point where you're spending the night with each other, they see you take your dentures out and put it in the cup of the that little powdered tablet in the water, and then you have a heart to heart with them, like, you know what, like, you know what, I've been wearing dentures since the age of whatever. But at least at that point, like, I'm already hooked in. Like, that's how I would think. And it might sound deceptive, I don't know, but that's how I would think. Like, I wouldn't just want to come out. But I don't know, maybe he's like, "Hey, the woman for me won't care." Like, I don't know. But I just felt like if he had told me from jump, I would have been like a little bit more open to maybe exploring it with him, because I really did like him. Like, we had a really good connection. We had a really good conversation. It was so natural. It felt like we knew each other forever. So I'm just like, why weren't you just upfront? I'd rather you be upfront and give me the option to say, "You know what, like, this is a no for me," or "Let me try it out." But that was just odd. Like, I just could not do it. And I think he did try to call me or text me, because, back in the day, it was really easy to see if someone was trying to reach you through a blocked, even though you blocked them. So I think he did try to reach out. And I know he put two and two together when he got home. And in hindsight, I'm like, dang, like, I probably should have told him. But, I know he knew. I know he knew, because that's why he dragged it out for so many months. Because I know he was thinking, like, if I could just get her to fall, then I know, like, at that point, I'll be good. But it honestly is always the best policy. Girl, I wouldn't even do it into I'm telling you, bro should have gotten some dentures. Right. Like, that's what I would think. Like, let me get some dentures so at least I can feel confident enough to like show up for a date. And then the people that are deserving to know will know. Like, how was he able to talk? Yeah, like, and you know what? He did have kind of a list, because like, you ever listen to older people, like senior citizens, when they take their dentures out and they kind of get that lisp in their speech, that little list, because they're gumming. That's how he talked. But I just thought it was a natural list, because I'm like, I know people with lists. Like, one of my aunts has a list. I kind of have a slight list. My son now has a list. So I didn't really read into it. But, now I read into stuff like that, because he scarred me for life. After him, every guy I date, if I don't see a picture of him smiling, especially if I meet him online, if I don't see a picture of him smiling, or we don't video chat quickly after we meet or whatever, I ask him, like, "Hey, I know it's a little random, but I've been scarred in the past, and I'm just curious to know, do you have all your teeth? When I tell literally every man since then, from the age of 17 to almost 33 on Sunday, I ask that. And they're just like, yeah, like what? That's the most random question because I always stage it so dramatic, y'all. I'm so dramatic. I always stage it so dramatically, like, I have something to ask you, like it's really been on my chest, and I really got to get this off my chest. And do you mind if I ask you time? So they're probably thinking like, oh my gosh, like what is she about to ask me or telling me? Like this is about to be life changing. And I'm just like, do you have all your teeth? And you can see their face like, girl, what kind of things have you been through to be asking these kind of questions? And I'm just like, listen, okay, it's a lot. How do you not tell someone that you don't have any teeth? Right. Like those are the kind of things I would tell early. Cause I'm just like, you're gonna see it. Maybe if it's something you can't see, like an internal health issue that might affect you or something, those kind of things you could hide for a while, wait till you guys are really serious. But teeth, any limbs or anything like that, like you need to say that because I'm gonna see that off rip. Like I'm gonna notice that. The only woman I compete with is myself, period, sis. No man is worth my self-esteem anymore, and I'm not going to hate on another woman when we only guilty of knowing the same men. Exactly. Like, I'm gone. One thing I'm not going to do is fight over you. So if I find myself in like a competitive kind of environment or state, I'm gone. She can have you. Best of luck to you. Like, I get it that, if it's a man of quality, in the very beginning, he's probably talking to multiple women. Like, I don't put it past him, even though they'll lie from now till kingdom come and say you're the only one. Sir, I wasn't born yesterday. Okay, I didn't fall off a turnip truck. I know you have options. I'm not dumb. But once we get past like the preliminaries, I would say after like the first month, I give it a month for people to clear house. I'll say 2 weeks to a month. It depends on how often we talk, how fast we click. After that, I'm not competing. If you're not making it clear that I'm a priority and I'm making that clear for you, then I gotta go because clearly we're not vibing on the same level. We're not seeing each other in the same way. So I'm out of here. Is hiding that you have no teeth better than hiding that you have 4 kids? What, girl? What? He lied and said he has 1 child and he had 4. I'm literally gripping my face like Home Alone right now. What? What in the world? Like, please, if you don't mind, elaborate on that in the comments. That reminds me of the baby mama try to fight me video because he lied about having he lied and said he didn't have a girlfriend, like him and his baby mama had broke up. Y'all gotta watch that video. I taped it last year. I think it's titled His Baby Mama Tried to Fight Me. Y'all, I'm talking back alley fights, 10 p.m. like ding ding ding, like we about to be throwing hands or they were about to jump me. No cap for real, because it was like 6 or 7 of them. But yeah, he lied. He was like, oh, I live with my mom. Whole time he's living with his baby mama and his child, his daughter, and making it seem like he's a whole single man out here. Hey Alicia, how are you? I hope you're having a good Thanksgiving and that you're stuffed and just doing well. What happened, what I missed? So I'm telling the story about this guy that catfished me. And I can say he hatfished me too, because he definitely had no hair. And he made it seem like he had a head full of hair, but he was balding bad. Like, that's why I was like, are you sure that you're not older than 18 or 19? Because you have no teeth, hairline is receding, you're balding. Like, what is going on? And maybe it's genetics, but the teeth, that's not genetics. Something is going on with that. And he was not telling the truth. And I'm not here for it at all. Sis, these men be doing the most. I'm not reaching out days if it's over. No, if you're not reaching out for days it's over. Yeah, like I don't do that. I need to hear from you on a daily basis, because at the end of the day, like, people like to say like, oh, we're so busy, oh, what if you're this, what if you're that. Let me break this down for y'all. I am building 2 YouTube channels, editing at least 6 videos a week. And anybody who's even dabbled in YouTube or video editing, you know all that goes into that. Plus, I'm still doing my influencer stuff, whatever, building my brand, content creation, whatever. Plus doing Uber Eats. Plus mothering the child by myself, 0 help from his father. Complete absentee situation. Plus taking care of my mom, taking her to her doctor's appointments and running errands and doing this and doing that. Plus still having a social life. Plus dating. Plus making time for God. Plus exercising. Plus cooking. Plus doing all this stuff. And I still have time to reach out, okay? You can't tell me you're that busy. If Beyonce and Jay-Z can be megastars and billionaires and have time to make a marriage work, you have time to text me, sir. Your phone is in your hand right now. Like, you can text me. It takes but 2 seconds to say good morning, hope you have a good day. Like, I just don't do it. So if you start falling off, guess who you won't be hearing from again? Me. And that happened recently with this guy that I connected with. He's down here in Georgia, and he's also from DC. And I knew it was too good to be true, y'all. Like, you just be knowing when it's like, I know one is too good to be true, and I know you playing games. So let me give y'all some game, ladies. Okay. If a man is, first of all, let me say this. We all know who is pretty much within our lane, like the type of guy that would typically go for us, the type of guy that we would typically work with. Like, we all have the wisdom to know that. Some people want to be delusional and say, like, oh, I could pull this guy, I could pull that guy. But in reality, we know, like, realistically, who we typically tend to match with based on personality, looks, all of that, character, all that. Like, we just know our type and what works best for us for the most part. And so if you meet a guy that's outside of that, like, lack of better terms, out of your league. And I say that with air quotes because that's a whole nother conversation in and of itself. But if you meet a guy that's quote unquote out of your league and he's like acting super desperate to be with you, and on top of that, telling you sweet nothings. I mean, like, he's saying all the right things at all the right time, can never do wrong, just doing the most, love bombing you and all that. Run for the hills, sis. Like, been there, done that, bought the t-shirt, not interested in it. I can sniff that out from a mile away. And so this guy that I met from DC, we connected because I do a lot of online dating, but I do meet guys in person too. But in this case, I would say it's probably like 55-45. So 55% of the time I meet them online, 45% of the time I meet them when I'm just out and about doing Uber, hanging out, whatever, grocery shopping, whatever. But this guy was one I met on Facebook dating. And as soon as I saw him, I was like, I don't know. Should I not? Because I was torn. I was like, he just looks like he's quote unquote out of my league, But I was like, I'm going to give it a shot because at this point, I was really just looking for conversation because I had just stopped dating a dude I was dating for 3 months. So I was like, I just need some male energy around me. I just need some male conversation. And so I swipe on him. We connect. Everything's going good. But he was doing the most, okay? Like, love bombing. First of all, he's the type of guy that every woman would want. 6'5", muscular, has his own business, but also he has a business on the side, but he's a teacher through one of the charter school systems in Atlanta, has a nice car, dad of the year, just everything. I mean, everything when you're like, oh my gosh, yes, like loves God, loves children, wants to be married, the whole nine, okay? And so I'm like, something ain't right about this, but we gonna go for it because you never know. So as we're talking, he keeps love bombing me. He keeps doing the most. He keeps saying even little things like, and some people might be like, oh my gosh, like you're just so easily agitated. But I'm serious, y'all. Like, you learn from your past. Take your past experiences and learn from them. Please don't relive them. And so he would say little things or do little things like, for instance, one day I sent him a selfie, right? And so he was just like, I hope he's not watching this either because he's definitely subscribed to my channel. Oh, well, if you're watching it. It just clicked. I'm like, wait, this man is subscribed to my channel. Thank you for the subscription. But, I'm just saying facts. I doubt he's watching it. But if he is, oh, well, cat's out the bag now. And so either way, I sent him a selfie. I was feeling myself. If you follow me on Facebook Facebook, because my Instagram picture is the same. It's my Facebook profile picture. And so I was like, like this picture is fire. Like, I was feeling myself this day, okay? Hair on fleek, makeup on point, all that. So I sent him the picture and he's just like, what do you say? He was like, man, my future wife has been delivered or something like that. Praise God. Or something he said. I'm like, sir, really? Like little stuff like that. I don't know. It just gets under my skin because I'm like, you look beautiful. This is a nice picture, would have sufficed. Like all that extra-ness is just like, it's especially when you're not consistent. You being extra, but you're inconsistent. Make it make sense, And so Ben, he was giving very much, I'm not going to say the dude's name, but y'all know from the scandal, it's giving very much DJ, that, relationship coach that got busted. It's giving very much DJ, So I'm like, only talking to me in the car. When you get home, you never hit me up. You always falling asleep early. You're a teacher, but you're at work at 4 a.m. I mean, unless you're moonlighting or there's another job that you have, like, make it make sense. Something's not adding up. And so I'm like, I'm not dumb. I've dated guys who had women at home and they try to act like, oh yeah, I'm so busy, I'm so this, I'm so that. Why are you only talking to me in the car on your way to work or from work or to the gym, or like you literally never call me when you're in the house because there's probably someone in the house that you don't want me to hear. As far as something, um, that you don't want me to catch wind of. So I was like, nah, this ain't gonna work. And he just started falling off, falling off, falling off. So now we don't even talk like that. But he did wish me happy Thanksgiving, but that's to be expected. This is the day for the hey big head text. Yes, man, before I had kids, that was one of my straight ups. Yeah, like period. That's a straight up. That's one thing I hate is lying about life. I mean, that's just not right. Like, don't lie. Just be honest. Just honesty is the best policy. I'm very upfront with people about the fact that I don't live alone. I live with my mom, sister, and my son. I have no plans to move out anytime soon until I'm ready to buy a house or I get married. I don't own a car. I have access to one, but I'm buying one, Lord willing, next month. Like, I'm very upfront about those things when they come up in conversation. So that way it's no like, oh my gosh, like I thought I knew or whatever. No, like you definitely know. Question. He straight lied and said he had one child. So I'm like, cool, there's room for at least one more child. Oh, you said more. Hey, Kim. Hey, sis. How have you been? We haven't talked in a minute, but happy Thanksgiving. I hope you had a good day. I'm stuffed like a turkey right now, but I'm enjoying this glass of wine. He forgot to take the pictures down at his house. Sir, if you're going to lie, please do it well. Don't insult my intelligence. Like, don't do that. You looking around, you're like, who are these children? You're thinking they're his nieces and nephews. They're his offspring. Make it make sense. Well, yeah, but Jay-Z even sidestepped, and I know I'm not one to trust. Yeah, I can't do that. But honestly, these celebrity couples, they ain't going nowhere because at this point, it's a business. Like Jay-Z and Beyonce are a whole entity. Jay-Z gives Beyonce edge. Beyonce gives Jay-Z that classy side. They ain't never leaving each other. And I think they've been together, what, like 21 years? No, not 21 years. Sorry. 20 years at this point, I think. I know she said it in some clip I heard on Instagram and YouTube when she was like, it was the behind the scenes of that Tiffany's ad she was doing. And I think one of the crew members was asking her, like, oh, how long have y'all been together or something? She was like, oh, it'll be 20 years next year. So next year, supposedly it's supposed to be 20 years. Since 2002, they've been together. And it's like the longer you stay with someone, the more used to their toxicity you get. So you definitely ain't going nowhere just like that. That's what the rumor was for a while. Yeah, like I think he did sidestep. I actually didn't he confirm it in an interview? I think he confirmed it in an interview that he did cheat. But then I don't know because some people were saying that he was confirming it because it was good marketing for Lemonade. Child, I don't know. Like because at first him cheating was a rumor. And then supposedly Beyonce made Lemonade as a revenge album. And then he came out into the interview and said that he did cheat. But then people were like, I don't know. It just seems like they planned the whole thing. It's hard to tell with them. People would do anything for a coin. Do you like Facebook dating? I honestly do. Now, do I have to kiss a few frogs before I get to a good prospect? Absolutely. It's Toad and Frog City, okay? And honestly, I'm insulted by some of the guys who slide in my DMs because either they come on some straight up disrespectful and like overly sexual stuff, or like I said, I look at them and I'm like, so what about me made you feel comfortable enough to slide in my DMs? I need to reevaluate how I'm presenting myself because this should not have even occurred. Like, they get swiped to the left very quickly. But I think overall, out of all the dating apps and stuff that I've tried, Facebook dating yields me the best results because I haven't been on Tinder in years. I don't plan on going on it because it's just more of like a hookup type vibe. Even though people are saying they're finding spouses on Tinder, I know for me it's not going to work. I'm a little too washed up for a site, for a site like Tinder. Years ago, I did sites like or apps like Tagged. There was another one. Dang, what was it? Badu, Badoo. They back in the day, like back in 2013, 2014, they were good. From what I hear, they're kind of raggedy now, so I wouldn't even try it. I did Meet Me. I hear they're raggedy and kind of spammy now. I did that back in 2015, and that was decent back then. Recently, I've done Bumble. Bumble was dry as a Sahara. There was not nearly a Bumble in sight, and I'm just like, what in the world? But the thing that I don't like about Bumble is that it will tell you like, oh, these many guys liked you or whatever, but I can't see them unless I pay. And I'm not paying for your little gold coins or tokens or whatever. Like just to see who liked me, that's whack. Like show me who liked me or whatever. And another thing I don't like is put some back into it. Like if you're going to send me a like, send me a message because I'm not messaging you first. That doesn't work for me. Like that works for other women, but it doesn't work for me. Now, once you send that message, I have no problem keeping the conversation going, but it takes two to tango. I'm not going to be the only one talking either. But when they just send a like and let it sit there for weeks, I'm like, and especially when you know that I can't see it, you were better off sending me a hey, beautiful, DM. So wasn't feeling Bumble. I tried Hinge. Hinge in other states and other countries works better. One of my little sisters, she's like a play sister. She lives in Toronto, and she said Hinge works really good for her. Like she's meeting some really good matches on Hinge. For me, down in Atlanta, Hinge is dry, dry, dry. Like you barely get a match. And I've tried linking my profile to different parts of the city. Like when I'm doing Uber, I'll change my city and kind of leave it there for a week. And then when I'm in another part of the city doing Uber, I'll link it to that city and see. Like one week I'll be in Marietta, the next week I'll be in uh Buckhead. Next week I'll be in Powder Spring. Like I tried that and it just didn't yield me anything in Atlanta. Like Hinge is just not popular down here. I can't speak for other states, but I have heard other people like in the DMV where I'm from or in Toronto, like I said, or just other states say that it worked for them, and other countries, because I do know people in England said it worked for them too. So that's that. I tried there was one more I tried this year and I can't remember. I feel like it was a Christian app. I want to say it was Upward because I saw it on Snapchat. I saw the ad on Snapchat. So I was like, let me give this a go because it's a Christian dating app. But that was dry too. Like it's not that popular, and the people on it, they just don't really say much. I had one message in there. Apparently I had tried it before in the past too. I had one message in there from like 3 years ago. And I responded to the guy after he responded to me, and he never responded back. And he's just sitting there for 3 years. So I'm like, so overall, Facebook dating yields me the best results. All the guys that I have dated for months at a time since last year when I started, I've been on Facebook dating. So I think that's pretty much going to be where I meet my next person if I don't meet him, like I said, just out and about, because it's almost about half and half for me. Okay, that's why I hate when dudes subscribe to my channel. I know, like I I hate it because I'm like, oh my gosh, like I was halfway through that story. I was like, yo, this man's definitely subscribed to my channel. Like he could be sitting at his family's house right now watching me talk about him, but it's just like, oh well, if the shoe fits. Let me make sure he didn't text me. Did he? No. Okay, good. Because I saw a text coming in. So I was like, let me make sure. Because I'm over here talking smack, talking all that cash money. He could be sitting here watching me drag. Y'all, I just be going like, and that's the hard part about being a full-time content creator, Alicia, because I don't tell people that anymore. I just say like, oh, I'm an independent contractor. I emphasize the Uber more than the content because they'll be like, oh, what's your YouTube channel? Let me subscribe. No, don't, because I'm gonna be telling the story time about you, and I don't want you to see it. Don't do it. That's why they be extra, because they inconsistent. Right. Like you coming in doing the most, saying poems, got bouquets of roses. Good morning, beautiful. You're beautifuling me to death. Like I'm done. I can't be called beautiful anymore. And then 3 days later, not even a full week, you are falling off. Mike, miss me with the circus because I'm good. In the I'm telling you. DJ, right? I can't be going saying their names now. I don't need no defamation of character lawsuits because we ain't even popping like that yet, and I don't need to, ruin my chances. I want to try Facebook dating. It's not bad. It's not bad. I would say the thing that I like that they added in now, because when I first tried it, when they first came out with it years ago, it was whack. Because I feel like it came out around like 2018 or so, and it was really whack. It was really whack. And then last year, like 2019 into last year, it was better, but it still wasn't that great because you could only talk to people within a 250-mile radius, which for some people that's fine because some people don't want to do long distance. But for me, I like to expand my options and try to match with people in other states that I know I either have connections in or that I go to often, or I should say other places because not always states. So like I have family in Toronto. Under normal circumstances, when the world is open, I go to Toronto pretty often. So I don't mind looking in Toronto or Ontario. I'm from the DMV, so even though I'm in Georgia, I don't mind looking in the DMV. I used to go to New York very often when I was in DC, but still I got family there. So certain places where I know like it's very possible for me to get to, I don't mind matching with someone, even if it's far geographically. So I didn't like that 250-mile limit because I'm like, that pretty much limits me to, especially down here, different parts of Georgia, Alabama, certain parts of Tennessee, the Carolinas, and certain parts of Florida, if I didn't say that already. Which, I mean, some people might say, well, that's a lot of options, but honestly, like, out of all of those states I listed, the best matches that I've seen come from Alabama. Because Florida, they'll be a little too gutta for your girl, just a little too gutta. You know, the Carolinas be kind of dry and needy. And Tennessee just be inconsistent. Like, they just not giving what they're supposed to give. So, you know, I didn't like that. But now what Facebook dating does is that they let you match up to 2 faraway cities every week, but you can only change it once a week. So you have to select your 2 cities, give it a week, and then you can change it again after that week. And they call it match anywhere. So I haven't tried any international cities. Maybe I'll try that and see. But I know anywhere around the US and Canada you can put the city because I've tried it. And that really expands your options. I didn't know Facebook dating was a thing. Yes, sis. Get on that Facebook dating if you can. And I like it because it's like non-intrusive. Like, it's there, but it's not like in your face. You don't get notifications all day long. You know, like, it's honestly, I'd be forgetting about it some weeks, especially if I have someone on the roster that I'm really feeling. I don't really be in it. And then when it gets dry, I just go back in it. And they also save the ones you reject in the second chance, like the second look folder, so you can go in there and be like, all right, like, I did swipe left on some guys, let me go back and make sure, type of thing. Facebook dating promo keeps showing me images of same-sex couples. I'm like, are they telling me to just give up on that? Wait a minute, they got promo for Facebook dating? I didn't even know that. Like, is this on the internet or is it on TV? Because I didn't even know. And her album, he did. I like it too, kind of better than the other ones, but I don't know. Yeah, like, the other ones just ain't for me. I think I'm aged out of the other ones, like, and I'm a little too dry. I'm a little too washed up. Yeah, I'm washed up, sis. I'm telling you, like, I realize how washed up I am now. Like, when I talk to men, and I'm just like, I just don't have the same it factor, you know, like, I'm just like, in a way I do, but in a way I don't. Like, it's hard to explain, but yeah, I'm definitely not out here dipping and doing it like I used to when I was younger. So Facebook dating allows me to be an old fart. Girl, you be out here. I don't know about Bumble. Listen, I only tried Bumble because my little sis in Toronto said try it, because she was like, yeah, we meet some great men. But again, different city, different results, because Bumble was not giving at all. It was so bad down here. But it was dry. Like, it wasn't bad interactions, it was just dry. Like, I was on it for about 3 weeks and I got no action. I was like, delete, because this is absurd. In 3 weeks, I should have at least matched, just based on other dating app experiences, I should have at least matched with, like, I would say 3 to 4 men that I really connected with, and I should really be honing in on like one person in 3 weeks. Like, that's just my dating history. I'm not paying at all. Like, buy tokens to see who likes you. No, I'm good. Bumble makes the women go first. Oh, that's why I was like, see what I'm saying? I'm washed up. I did not know that. I really thought like the man had to go first. Wow. Okay, well, it was better for me to delete that app anyway, because I don't do that. I don't approach men first. I've tried it in my 20s several times and it just does not work. They can't message you. That is why. Wow. I really did not know that. Thank you for shedding light on that. Hinge is a struggle. It really is. It's dry. I connected with this one guy on Hinge that I was really feeling. We were talking for like about 3 days, and then he just disappeared. And so I Googled it and I was like, what? Why did my match disappear? And they were like, either they deleted their profile or they blocked you. And I'm like, dang, like, either way, it's not a good look. Hey, Yasmin, happy Thanksgiving, sis. I hope you had a good one. The food looks so good. Thank you. Thank you. I just finished eating my full plate because I was nibbling all day. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone in the chat. Yes, happy Thanksgiving. They were tripping. Completely tripped. Oh, it pops up on the app? Wow. I've never seen promo for Facebook dating. I love that you're talking dating so openly. Thank you, sis. Like, I really love to share my experiences because women need to know. Like, it's weird out here. It's very weird. You and this washed up. I'm telling you, I'm washed up. Just a little bit though. Just a little. But I did not know that because I was really stuck. I was like, okay, all these guys are not messaging me. All these guys are matching with me, and I have not a message in sight. I didn't know that. So it's good that I deleted it because, like I said, in my 20s, I got adventurous and I try to message first or approach a guy like in person first. And it's not for me. I think the guys that work best for me personally are like more assertive. Like they're the ones that like to pursue. They're the ones that more so like to make that first move. Let me not say pursue because we both like to pursue each other mutually, but they prefer to make that first move to make it known like, hey, I see you seeing me. I'm interested in you. Are you interested in me? Type of thing. And once they do that, then it's like we just kind of ebb and flow from there. So I'd be salty when they right. You be really feeling them because we were having really good conversation, laughing, joking. We were actually supposed to meet up that weekend because we connected on like a Tuesday. So we are like, yeah, on Saturday we should link up. And then I go on Wednesday morning and he's gone, and I'm like, what? Like I only had one other message from one other guy. Like him just really dry. What you sipping on, sis? Oh, it's a red wine blend from Oak Leaf. So really good, nothing too strong. I was saying earlier, I don't get to like sit down and have a glass of wine very often because drinking anything, whether it's something with a lot of alcohol, a little bit of alcohol, tends to make me sleepy, and you know how I be ripping and running. So I prefer not to feel drowsy and whatnot. But since I'm gonna be in the house, because I'm not working like that tomorrow, I'm gonna do a couple rides just to get gas money, and that's it. Like I'm not pounding the pavement. So I'm like, let me enjoy a glass of wine. It's been sitting in the fridge for a while. Like, let me just pour a glass of wine. Happy holidays. you know? But that was my story time, y'all. So needless to say, like I said, he got blocked. He did try to reach out to me because I do remember seeing him trying to text me or something like that. And I never saw him again. Never heard from him again. Don't know if he eventually maybe worked on his teeth and got some dentures or something. I don't know. I hope he did though, because I'm like, you're too young. And Joy says, I certainly will, and I hope you and your family are doing well and enjoying time with your son as well. I hope it was a beautiful day for y'all. But yeah, like I don't know, it's just weird. So I hope he's doing well though, and I hope he took his health seriously. Because a lot of people don't realize like dental health issues can really affect the rest of your body. Like people that have an abscess in their tooth, if that stays there for a while, I mean, it does. It's a slow fade. If it stays there long enough, it could end up killing you. But, it can like transfer around your body and stuff like that. So you really got to take care of your dental health. Like it's nothing to just pacify and be like, whatever. Like I understand maybe if you're on like Medicaid and stuff, which I don't understand that, like why that's not included. It should be. But I can understand if you don't have access to insurance, it might take you a while, but at least try to keep up with your cleanings. I think you could go to like dental schools and get it really cheap, if not free. And there's different community centers. So yeah, like just look into it because that's something that I'm not gonna lie, I need braces and stuff like that. I need to start looking back into it like an orthodontist and stuff because I've even been slacking. But yeah, and there's a couple of things I need done. Nothing too crazy, but I do need to find somebody. So that's gonna be something I do as far as looking for. But that's my story time, y'all. So thank you for joining me on this Thanksgiving night. It's been lit. It's been fun. And like I said, I'm definitely going to be doing more story times. You're welcome, sis. Yes, dental hygiene does save lives. Like, please take all of your health seriously, y'all. It's important. But yeah, I'm gonna be doing more story times for sure. So I can't say how often they're gonna be, but it's definitely gonna be more often on my channel. And then tomorrow, my mom is gonna be showing y'all how to make turkey salad while we talk on her live stream. Because sometimes you just look at the turkey the next day and you're like, I don't want to eat this bird. Like I need to do something with this. So ours is gonna be more like a jerk turkey salad because we made jerk turkey. But no matter what turkey you made, like this recipe you could use. So definitely tune in. Like I said, her channel is Mama Martin's Kitchen. Let me put that in the comments. And also you could look in my you could just look up Mama Martin's Kitchen because technically it's Mama Martin's Kitchen and Home, but who has time to put the and home? Just put just put Mama Martin's Kitchen. She'll come up, and then she's also on the channels tab on my channel. So, and then Sunday, like I said, I'll be doing to get ready with me before I actually go out because I actually am going out on Sunday. So that's that, y'all. I am going to pour me another glass of wine. Her channel is doing very well. I'm so happy. Her jerk turkey video, when I checked earlier, I had like 4 something. It might be at 500, but I know that's going to be some good evergreen content. Okay. She is getting views. I'm like, Mom, like throw some of them my way. But my problem isn't the views. My problem is the subscribers. I'm like, Lord, just send a breeze, send a wave of people because we are right at the cusp, but I am thankful for all 938 of y'all because, everybody is a person. So I never want to minimize and be like, oh, let's just get to the next mark. Like the fact that I even have 938 people subscribe to me, that watch my videos and all that. Like, that means a lot, because that means that 938 people resonated with me enough to the point that they wanted to keep seeing my content, whether they get a chance to watch it frequently or they just pop in when they can. I really do appreciate it, because I wouldn't have a channel if it wasn't for y'all. I appreciate y'all coming on my live stream, sharing my content. Y'all really do be sharing. Like, you don't realize the progress you make until you really sit and go through your analytics. And I'm like, I get a lot of shares. Like, a lot of people share my videos. I get a lot of views. So my average view duration is really good. And I get a lot of shares. Even though the subscribers might take a little while, I am grateful. So, I never want to take that for granted and make y'all feel like it's not enough, because y'all definitely do a lot. Y'all do a lot to help me out, and I appreciate everything. I am ready for my birthday. I'm so ready. So we're going to this place called Andretti's. It's like Dave and Buster's. And I am probably going to go get some dessert afterwards, like at an actual dessert place, but I'm not sure yet. Don't count on it. But I'm excited to do this get ready with me too. And then I got to get my makeup tomorrow. I'm going to go to the hair store and get my makeup, some lashes and stuff, because it's just been a while since I've done like a for real face beat. So I'm really excited, because I'm going to do like a for real face beat, like for real. Yes, I need views and subscribers, sis. But yes, I'm so grateful that women are being touched by my content. Yes, you've been doing amazing, and you're definitely going out there and doing the daggone thing. Okay, the same things that you've been wanting to do are coming to pass. Your tree is fired. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's our pleasure. I am so grateful for y'all. Yep, my Jesus year, turning 33. I gotta go buy some makeup tomorrow too. Yeah, like I'm gonna just grab some real quick, maybe get some hair products or some hair oil and stuff, and then I'm coming in the house. I'm chilling. Like, this is my weekend to just live it up. Like, unfortunately, I still do have to do some work, but I'm not going to do the most. Like, I'm just going to enjoy it. And then in December, we hitting the ground running, trying to buy this car and stuff like that. I already told my mom, I was like, any gifts I get for my birthday, monetary gifts is going towards a car, because that's really what I need. Like, this renting is too much. It's way too much. But I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and go. Like I said, thank you again for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this story time. I got a good laugh just reminiscing about it. And I will definitely be keeping them coming. So I don't know what the next one's gonna be, but we're gonna vote on it. Keep an eye on my mom's channel. Go ahead and give her a follow, a subscription, and check out her website too, themamamartinskitchen.com. Like I said, I'm going to type that again. She just launched her store and her website. So on the store, I wish I had the tote, but it's downstairs. So she just launched a tote bag, and it has Caribbean proverbs on it. So the first one says, "You can't stand the heat. No, you can't take the heat. Stay out the kitchen," or something like that. Very cute. You'll see it on her announcement video. I demonstrate how big it is, all that it holds. It's her latest video. It says, "The secret is out." That thumbnail. That's why I show the bag, the zipper, the size, all that kind of stuff. And she also launched her second recipe ebook. It's called Granny Gertie's Holiday Recipes. So that's for my great grandmother. It's in dedication of her, Margaret Todd. Everyone called her Cousin Gertie for short. And she was like, basically like the big mama of the neighborhood, kind of how like my mom was in the DMV. And she taught my mom all her cooking, skills and all of that, because my mom was the oldest grandchild. So yeah, they were really close. So she dedicated that book to her, and it's 15 recipes that have been in our family for generations. So that's on so if you want the tote bag, go to themamamartinskitchen.com. If you want the ebook, go to this site. I had to put it on two different sites because honestly I was rushing to try to figure out all the nooks and crannies, and I didn't have a chance to consolidate the two. So down the road they might be consolidated into one, but for right now, all the digital downloads will be on PayHip, and all the physical product stuff will be on the Mama Martin's Kitchen. So check them out, share the word. They're gonna be great Christmas gifts. Shipping is included and all that good stuff. Free shipping, I should say, unless you want expedited shipping, 2-day shipping, then it's $10. But other than that, it's just a good buy, and it's sturdy, y'all. That bag is strong. It's strong, not even strong. It holds a lot. Like I said, you'll see in the video, I demonstrate how much it holds. how sturdy it is. Like I was able to lift it like this when it was full, holding it on my arm right here. And this is my left arm, which is my weak arm. This is not a strong arm at all. And I was able to do this with the bag while it was full, and it was very sturdy and all that. So you ain't got to worry about the straps breaking when it's full. Now all your stuff is on the street. You know, you done took it to the grocery store, the straps broke. Now your eggs are broken on the street. Your milk is spilled everywhere. You ain't got to worry about that. It's sturdy. So show her some love, y'all. This is something she's been wanting to do all her life, basically, for the last 50 years. 50, because her mom's going to be 71 December 2nd. She has been waiting to have a store, and now she finally has it, and she's just over the moon, and she got some sales today. It's very limited quantity, too, so if you want it. Oh, and if you do want it, there's still a few coupons left for 15% off. So if you go on themamamartinskitchen.com, use code LAUNCH for 15% off. Launch. I just put it there. Use that code for 15% off. I think there might only be 3 left though. So it's first come, first serve. Once those 3 people use it, the coupon code won't work anymore. So check that out. Join her mailing list. I don't have the website on me, otherwise I share it. But look in the description of her videos, you'll see it. And you'll be able to get ongoing coupons and things like that. So y'all, I'm excited, y'all. We've been working. We've been in the lab. We have been in the lab, and it's only onwards and upwards from here. I'm not even going to share all the things we have planned for next year, but y'all think this is big? Y'all better hold on to your seats and your edges, because next year we are coming. We are coming with it. I cannot wait. It has been a long time coming. I'm just happy to be a part of it and to be able to help my mom. And I love doing this. We just feel like this is it. Like we're finally walking in purpose. All of us feel like we're finally able to use our talents. It's just really refreshing to be able to do what you feel God made you to do, like, and actually get the fruits of it, get paid for it and stuff like that, you know? So yes, period, sis. Period. We are coming with it. Like we got it. We got our groove. Period. So love y'all. Enjoy the rest of your night. I'm going to just refill my cup a little bit and get me a slice of apple pie with some ice cream. And then I think I'm gonna change out my closet. Like I'm just feeling very, homey right now. And I really just feel like organizing my closet. So I think I'm gonna do that and try to watch reruns of Ready to Love. If y'all watching that, let me know, because this season is just not giving, and I'm really embarrassed because it's like it's in my hometown and it's just not. I feel like it's their weakest season yet. But needless to say, y'all, be safe if you're driving. Enjoy your night. Eat up, because next month we're gonna get it together. All right. Oh, apple pie a la mode is your favorite? Yes, that is my absolute favorite dessert, sis, especially for the holidays. So I'm gonna have an extra big slice in solidarity with you, because I'm gonna work it off next week anyway. So I don't have access to it. Oh man, you know what? I don't have cable either, but we subscribe for Philo TV. It's $20 a month. I think they raised it to 25 now, but I got in before they changed it. And they have quite a bit of stations. They have the OWN network, they have Lifetime, they have Hallmark, they have BT, MTV. I believe they have Bravo. They have quite a few channels. So check that out if it's something you're interested in, because that's the only reason why I got it. Because I was like, I got to see Ready to Love. And they weren't putting it on YouTube anymore like they used to. And this is the first season I haven't seen. Oh, no. We have the same favorite color. And there, I know, right? Pink and apple pie. Sisters for real. Like, God knew what he was doing when we connected. Philo TV. So I'm going to put it here. You can get it on. So if you have a smart TV, it's an app on your smart TV, because that's how I got it. And you can download it on the TVs, and you can put several profiles. I believe up to 5 profiles if you want, kind of like Netflix, but it could be more. And it's $25 a month. I have Discovery Plus, and it has its own, but not new season. Oh man, dang. Yeah, check out Philo, because they have OWN. And I wanted to see Ready to Love, and I wanted to see Black Love, the Black Love documentary. That's the only reason why I got it when I did, because I was like, I can't do this. Netflix is not giving me what I need. And neither was Hulu. My sister was paying for YouTube TV, but it got pricey. It was like getting to 60 or 65 a month. So she was like, nah, because we don't watch that much TV to where it was needed. Philo gives us what we need. You're welcome. So love y'all. Enjoy your night. I will see you tomorrow on my mom's channel, and I will see you Sunday right here for a Get Ready with Me. All right. So love y'all. Be safe. I'll talk to you later.